Good morning. Today is all about making it simple and taking advantage of some sales. I went to the grocery today and was going to buy just one nice steak for my husband and I to have for dinner tonight. And then they had all of this beautiful meat on sale. So I thought, let me do a video to show folks just how deliciously simple it can be to take advantage of those sales and save money. Because we all would like to have a good piece of meat. Okay, so I went for the steak, and we're gonna fix that steak up in just a minute. But they had this amazing pork roast, just this incredible piece of meat. And it's like, what do you do with something this big? Because it's my husband and I, right? And I hear that so often. There are only two of us, I really can't take advantage of the sales, and I really don't want to buy too much. Well, the steaks were on sale, the ground chuck was on sale, and this gorgeous pork roast was on sale. So, let me show you what to do with this incredibly large piece of meat. We're not going to season it we're just going to dump it in the crock pot. Just unceremoniously, it's in the crock pot. Just that simple. You don't have to worry about eating it all at one time. The great part about this is that I'm seasoning it in a generic way. I'm going to roll this over so that it is on the bottom where all the heat is, and then later on when it's cooking, about halfway through, we'll turn it back over. I have my crock pot set on high, and now we're going to do a little seasoning. I like to do always, this is like the major flavor bomb. It's garlic, onions, celery, and carrots. It's a nice balance of flavors. Whenever I cook a piece of meat this big, I do it kind of generically flavored. Because when it comes time to eat this, I can add anything I want. It's a nice pork roast. I can do jalapeno jelly or a raspberry or cherry combo over the pork roast when I'm ready to serve it. I can also make it barbecue. So we put all the flavors in there. We're going to add some more things. It's always good. It does have a lot of oil, but I like to add just a little bit more. So I kick it up a little bit with Wild Tree's roasted garlic grapeseed oil. Usually when I do recipes, I show you both ways. I show you the Wild Tree way, and then I show you how to do it without Wild Tree. Today's all about Wild Tree simply because it makes my life simple, and we're on our way to an exotic plant sale. I want to go downtown to the curb market and to the exotic plant sale. So I have the roast in the pan. I have onions, carrots, and celery in the pan. Some roasted garlic grapeseed oil. I'm going to throw in some Rancher's steak rub. I'm going to throw in some Rancher's steak rub. You guys have seen this. You see how I buy it, right? Most Wild Tree jars are like this size. We like it like this. So Rancher's steak rub. It has ginger, salt, pepper, cloves, allspice, cinnamon, garlic, sea salt. It's all organic, no preservatives, no silicone dioxide, no anti-caking, nothing in here. Just pure, beautiful flavor. And so I'm going to just put it in my hand and sprinkle it all over there because it is beautiful and delicious. So about 2 tablespoons for that whole huge piece of meat. The flavor is going to be amazing. So I've got some roasted garlic grapeseed oil in there, about 3 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of Rancher's steak rub, our go-to for everything. We use this stuff in eggs. We use it everywhere in there. And we're going to add about half a cup of water. And we're done. We're going to put the lid on it. We're going to let that cook all day. By the time we come home this evening, after being out, it's going to be ready to go. So we'll just leave that cooking, and we'll go to the rest of this meat. So, look at these. Is that the most gorgeous porterhouse you have ever seen? Beautifully marbled. You've got your New York strip and your filet, so the porterhouse is always beautiful. So they had these things on sale as well, and there was no way I could walk away with just one. So we're going to season this up 2 different ways. We're going to make one for today, and then we're going to season up one for the future. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put some OPA seasoning blend. This is a beautiful Mediterranean blend. I can't even tell you what this tastes like. we'll put about 2 tablespoons maybe, we'll see. I like to kind of eyeball it. I'm trying to measure it for you guys, but put that in there. I think 1's gonna be enough. So we'll put just a little bit more. We'll put a little bit more because what's gonna happen here is we are going to add some onions. Lots and lots and lots of onions. If you check out my Facebook page, here in just a little while, I'll put a picture of the finished product of this. We'll put some, and I love my Himalayan pink salt. So we put some Himalayan pink salt. We're gonna put 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar in here, because this goes beautifully with the steak, just beautifully with the steak. So 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. What's gonna happen to this steak is I will let it marinate while we're out this morning and most of the afternoon. An hour or so before I cook it, I'll add in 2 sliced onions, and we're at the market where we're about to go. They have these gorgeous oyster mushrooms and things. So I'll add those in with the fresh sweet onions we're about to go buy at the market and let it all marinate for another hour or 2 just before we take this out and put it on the grill. So I'm gonna add some lemon juice. I like a lot of lemon juice. So that's about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So we have a nice marinade going on there. We have our pepper in there because the Opa seasoning has garlic, oregano, rosemary, black pepper, organic red bell pepper, and parsley. So just some beautiful Mediterranean flavors in there. I like to add just a little more salt. Just a little more salt. Because I'm a salty kind of girl. Just a little more salt. Okay. So this steak is ready to marinate. Oh my goodness, how can I forget the oil? What? We usually buy this in 64-ounce jugs. That's how much we love our roasted garlic grapeseed oil. Pour about a tablespoon of that in there. Another layer of flavor. So we have the sweet from the red peppers that are included in here, and a little bit of cane sugar. And so we just massage that around on the steak. Get it on there really good. All over the place, the flavors all mixed together. And so you have this beautiful marinade. This steak will be going in the refrigerator to be marinated. You can see the beautiful colors and the spices and everything on the steak. That'll be nice and marinated by the time we're ready to have that for dinner tonight. So that's another meal. So we're gonna take this steak and we're gonna add a little bit more. What are we gonna do with this one? That's Greek, that's general. I think we're gonna put some adobo on that. No, you know what? We're just gonna do rancher steak rub. I think that's what we're gonna do. So we'll put the rancher steak rub in here. Because I told you, we use that stuff on everything. And it makes a beautiful crust on the steak. Some rancher steak rub in there. Okay. And a little garlic grapeseed oil, because you know, we love it. Same thing. Now, the difference with this steak is we're gonna rotate it all around and marinate it as it's freezing. I'm not a crazy big proponent of freezing steak, but when you have a deal as good as these were, absolutely. So we just massage those spices all around, the oil all around. Now this will marinate while it's freezing, and it'll marinate while it's thawing out. So now this steak is ready for the future. And this is a good seasoning. You can cut this up and use it to grill, or you same thing, just beautiful spices, beautiful seasoning on there, ready to go. Now the next thing they had ground chuck on sale. Can't pass that up. We're just gonna go ahead and get this ready for tacos and put our seasoning in there. My favorite is chipotle lime rub. So we'll put a couple of teaspoons of Wild Tree's chipotle lime. That's this one. It has the most amazing flavor. I use this in place of that package of taco seasoning. You know, the one that has all the crazy silicone dioxide and yeast extract and stuff. I'll get rid of that. A little bit more. simply because I just love it. And the next thing I have, let's put some adobo in there. The great thing about Wild Tree's adobo, let me tell you what it has in it. And I have to tell you that everyone that tastes it, replace the adobo with the chemicals with this one. Garlic, sea salt, this is all organic. Garlic, sea salt, onion, black pepper, oregano, cayenne pepper. That's all that's in here. It's amazing flavor. Again, we'll take a couple of teaspoons of this. Done. The flavor of this is absolutely incredible. We're not adding any oil to this because we'll do that at cooking time, and we're going to make it as ground beef. So we're simply just going to mix those spices up in the meat. Get a little air out of this. Is that loud? Is that really loud? Mix it up. So you can, some people say, well, there's just two of us, or there's only me, that kind of thing. You can do this. You can do this, and you can break it down into different meals. You can make a giant pork roast. You can take advantage of those sales. When this is cooked, I'll put this in like 5 different containers for like 4 or 5 different meals for us. So probably 4. In nice dinner-sized containers. And so this is going to be barbecue one night. It'll be a nice meal with happen and hot pepper jelly. On another night with a nice quinoa and some kind of vegetable, just making it sweet and nutty and wonderful. And so that is how you take advantage of a sale on meat, even if there's just you. So what did that meal prep take? Maybe 10 minutes. And I have 4 meals in the crock pot. I have 1, 2, 3 meals ready to go. They're going in the freezer. The night before I'm ready to cook them, I simply pull them out, put them in the refrigerator, and let them thaw. So, I hope this has helped you. Again, I love my Wild Tree. You can go to my website and get the information for you to buy your own Wild Tree, because it does make it simple. I don't have to measure cumin and oregano and parsley and all of those other flavors and try to figure out the ratio. I just take a couple of spoonfuls, throw it in there, because the wonderful scientists at Wild Tree in Rhode Island have done all of the work for me. So lunch is ready, dinner's ready, and the rest of the meals for the week all ready, going into the freezer, and my husband and I, we're heading out the door.